Welcome to Evanced Solutions How-To Session. Today's session will cover how to add a new program, registration settings setup within Summer Reader, Part 2. As we were walking through the different columns and the different fields, you might have noticed some of the drop-downs that we didn't necessarily touch on. So if you notice right here, the grade minimum and the grade maximum. For this particular program, I can set that at a specific grade level. So if I only wanted, let's say, grades 3 through 6, I can control that by putting that stipulation here. If I wanted to, I also could allow selection of any grade. So now that's going to allow any grade, and it grays out the two drop-down boxes. Coming down, you also may notice some of the edit buttons next to some of our fields. What those are representing are predefined drop-down that could be set up in our drop-down setup. If I select the edit icon, I can append to those lists, or I can make these more program specific. So, for an example, I have pulled up Patron Classification List Maintenance. And as you can see, I can append to this list. I can add a new patron classification. I can change the order weight. I can edit the ones that are currently there. I can delete any of the ones currently there. Now, with the toggle button right now, where in its current position is on Use Default Patron Classification List. If I was to switch this over, use Program-Specific Patron Classification List, it basically wipes out the list and we would start from scratch. So if I only wanted youth to sign up for this, I would select Save, and that would be the start of my list for this specific program. If I close out of this and I scroll down, we have additional options here called Custom Registration Entry. And the first one here is Entry 1. If I select Edit, once the Custom Registration Entry 1 editor opens, what we'll have is the first area where we would populate with our question. What is your favorite color? Then we would have the field note, which appears right next to your actual question. So as you can see, I've typed in, please select your favorite color. Then the name descriptor is just going to be a shorter description identifying the entry on the registration form. So I've populated with favorite color. The input type, we have 4 different choices here. The first one is text, meaning they're going to get a box just as you see here, and then they could populate with whatever their favorite color is. If we wanted them to be a little more descriptive, we would choose text area, and they would get a box like you see here, where they could have several lines of text. So if I was asking, why is red your favorite color, they could actually give me a pretty lengthy description as to why red would be their favorite color. If I wanted to know, is red your favorite color, then I would have a yes/no toggle button. So they would choose yes or no. The last option that you see there, and the one that I have selected, is List. By selecting List, that means I'm going to give the patron an option of choosing from different colors that I have set up in a list. And to set this list up, once I choose List, I'm going to select the Edit List. Then the Edit List selection list will come up. Now I could start typing in the items that I want to see in my list. So the first one I'm going to put in red, and then I'll put in purple, and I can just keep adding to this list as needed. I'll go ahead and close out of the list box and save. Once I select save and I scroll down, you will see that now line 27 or field 27 will be favorite color. Now it's not enabled right now, so I just created that, but I will still have to come in and enable that. I can also make this a required field if I wanted to. And I can continue down for any of the other custom registrations. I can add up to 6 different custom registrations for this particular program. Once I'm done making my modifications, I'm going to go ahead and select Save. Now I'm back to the program setup. Let's go over to the patron side and take a look at how the registration looks for this Youth Summer Reader program. So here we are into the program homepage, and we'll make sure we're on the Youth Summer Reader program, and we're going to do a registration for a patron. So I'm going to select Sign Me Up. And now, as you can see, this is the information that we populated in that registration form. We have the email address, password, confirm password. We have all that great information that we were requesting when we set up that registration form. The gender, the age, birthday. Most importantly, remember that custom field that we added? That is right here. What is your favorite color? And please select your favorite color. And then if I choose the drop down, we have the two items that we put in that list, red and purple. So this is just a quick view of the items that we had updated under that registration setup. Going back over to the staff side of the Summer Reader program, I could continue to make modifications within program setup. I could go back to system maintenance and make further updates, or I could just simply log off.